I died. No, get off me. Oh, God. Everyone's moving, go for it, everyone go for him! Oh no! Everybody come. Look at Bob! Oh. Ah! Oh God! Oh God! Maybe I should.
I love when an area is loading in and so it's free and I almost crash into something. My favorite. Like that.
It's like that.
Oh my god! Oh my god.
No!
What? I'm on railroad tracks now. What the fuck is happening? Casey, did you just hit me off the overpass?
You thought.
Yeah, I want to share you. What's going on out here, guys? What the fuck? Why is this trailer?
That's stupid, guys.
No, he has
Never mind over there. I'm trying to help Bear. I'm trying to help Bear. He's got you over here.
No! We're driving here. Hey, what the fuck?
He's trying.
Wait here, what the fuck, yeah?
Boxes of Jaffa cakes, and I walked into the shop and had a heart attack because they were £2.9.
What's over there? Whoop! I was busy looking. I was like, oh, I'm gonna miss the thing. I'll just turn down here, and then this car happened. Okay, I'm glad I'm not the
I'm
only
a set
one.
nice day. No
Right on your
worries.
side here, Case. Right on your right here, Case. You would have swerved back into the medium and hit that, I would have lost it.
It must feel crazy to crash in VR.
Oh, trust me, it is. When wait, did he just
Oh
keep
my
stabbing?
god, and then you said pick him up.
Wait, he just keeps stabbing me. What?
It looks like he dropped him for me. Wait, it's still.
Yep, on my screen he's just stabbing me over. Hey, everything's working, that's good. Everything's switched over, that's good. Hello everybody, I hope everybody's doing well today. So, as you all know, today's a special day. We're going to do some talking and asking Johnny some questions. Now, it's all going to be mainly gaming and streaming related questions. I might allow the odd question come in that's, you know, still somewhat related to gaming, so that's fine. But it's mostly going to be that just so then, you know, there's no, like, too... What's the word that I'm looking for?
You don't need to ask how many nipples I have or anything.
Yeah. So you know, so they're not too personal and make somebody feel uncomfortable. 'Cause we
It's
don't-
6. I
we
have
don't
6.
want that. You have 6. Okay, I will turn that down. Thank you for letting me know. down to about 1. Is that okay? Does that
Right?
sound okay?
It's not just me, Tally.
Don't we all have 6? Hey, Talis, I hope you're doing well.
Oh God, now I'm on the screen twice.
You're on the
My
screen
clip.
twice. Oh, God.
My clip, it was double. It was a chatting screen, me and me. That was scary.
Right. But at least everything's working.
Yes.
Hopefully Johnny sounds okay and, you know, everything looks fine, so that'd be great. Before we do get fully started though, I do want to do one thing. I want to pull Johnny on something. So, earlier, this week, I think it was this week or last week when I received it, I can't remember, I've slept since then. But, I got this fruit come through the door. Just slow rise, I like it. I looked at it and the first thing I did was laugh like, oh my god, really? That was the first thing that I did. And then obviously I turned it over and read what they said. I'm not going to turn it around for camera's sake. But it says, here are some cute little dudes for you. Thanks for all you do for us and for... I can only read it, I swear. For... Wait, 1 second. Cover that up. What does that word say next to
Your
it?
writing's
Oh.
terrible.
Your writing isn't terrible. I could read it the last time. Tried to get it on the camera because it's a bit there. I'm trying to do it without, showing all the other stuff. It's
Thanks for everything you do for us,
it,
and for being you, brother. Yeah.
Love Johnny and Chris, which made me like, oh my god, that's so sweet. And I'm like, and then obviously I messaged Dragon about it, saying thank you and stuff. And then I was like, I'm gonna call him out on it today. Just gonna get him on it today. He's gonna probably think that I haven't received it or something, but I'm gonna call him out on it.
Yeah. And then I was like, hey, by the way, we mailed you something. And I was worried you hadn't got it, and you were like, yeah, I know. I know. I'm gonna call you out on it later.
So that was pretty good. Like, it was really nice. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try and find a nice frame for it and just put it on frame so it's gonna be somewhere.
No.
So when I finally get around to sorting my room out and moving everything around again, I can pin it somewhere so it can be seen.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so shall we start with the first question?
Let's do that.
Shall we go from? We'll do the first one from mine that got asked, which is by Fail Project Games,
Great, here we go.
or as we call him, Pinker Stingers.
Yeah.
What game made you a gamer, in quotations, and how and why did that game imprint on you? What stood out enough about it to ascend you on this ever increasingly high peak of gaming content?
Oh wow, thank you for that. Wow, there's a compliment. In it. Wow, Phil. Man, I've had games around like my whole life. My folks, we had like a little tiny TV with like a Sega Master System, and then we got a Genesis later. I remember that, but probably, man, like the Master System games I played so much, but like the one that got me where I was like, oh, I gotta grind this game out, and I gotta like, and made me like a gamer, I guess, was Shinobi 3 for the Genesis. I spent so much time trying to get through all the levels in that game. I think that collectively working together, my sibling and I beat it once maybe, but like that was where I first was like, I have to play this always. I have to beat this. Like I got to play this game. So it's probably Shinobi 3, which is a fucking old game for a lot of people. But
It is, but it's a great game. It's one of those sort of games that just sort of a lot of people at the time got into it because it was such an underrated game. Like a lot of the old games, the main games back then were like Crash Bandicoot, Spyro.
oh, this was before that even. This was way before that.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
But like when gaming really took off, were like during the
Yeah.
PlayStation really and the Nintendo 64.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
So obviously like during that time, obviously like, the peak games were like the Mario and all that stuff. Whereas Shinobi wasn't really a well-known game at that time. And
Yeah, I feel like it definitely, like, at school and stuff, everybody's talking about stuff, and I was like, Shinobi, and people didn't know what the hell I was talking about,
Yeah.
And I'm still always like, Shinobi to people, and most people are like, I don't know. They know about it now, I guess, because there's a new one, but which I still need to play, but yeah, like,
Yeah.
that, not that I didn't have a PlayStation, I played a bunch of PlayStation games too, I've been playing games since, but that's the one that I think made me be like, I need to play games always.
No, I totally get that one. Ooh, okay. Well, okay, so this one sort of relates to it anyway, so let's say,
Okay.
what's your favourite game to play with friends? Asked by the wifey.
Oh, oh man, that's tough because there's so many. That's a hard one because there's been different stages of like that kind of stuff. I feel like the whole reason that I know wifey and my bestie Nighty and a lot of other people is because of Fortnite, which I don't play anymore, but I used to play it like every day, and it was how like me and all my international friends could hang out, you know?
Yeah.
But now there's so many good, like, what are they calling them now? Like friend swap games and stuff, like Lethal and Peak and stuff like that. Lethal's how, like, the company and I got close together and we hang out and play that. Peak, obviously, you and I have played that. Peak's really great too. Like, I'm a big fan of Kleka, but not everybody likes that one. But I enjoy it. I feel like, though, it's fun to just like, it's fun to play anything with people. Like I remember way back in the day playing like Double Dash on people's GameCubes and stuff with them, or playing Melee, and
Yeah.
you know, there's a lot of really good games. It's hard.
It is like, that is one thing that is, you know, that is.
I've been doing
sort
Void
of-
Crew lately too, but that's like
Yeah.
less fun and more stressful. It's fun, but it's like you're trying to survive in space the whole time, so it's not like, hey, yeah, let's just play. But you
Of
know,
course.
Repo, obviously, there's a clip up there. Repo's a good one too. There's a lot of good stuff right now, so
There
that's really hard to
is.
answer.
It really is, like, because I mean, like, just the other day we were playing Major Arena. Is it called Major Arena?
Yeah, Mage
Yeah.
Arena. Yeah, that was great.
Like, that were absolutely fantastic. Like, we were just you, me, Orbit, and Mads, and Shades, and we were just having a right laugh.
Yeah, no, it was
Yeah.
really fun. There's a lot of stuff like that.
Like, you know, like, obviously, I just bought it on whim. I was like, do you know what it is? That they've got this game. They're a bit outnumbered, so let's just jump in and, you know, fill the ranks a bit.
It was
and
good shit.
It was great.
And then I killed you with a rock. I still feel so bad because like his mic wasn't working, you guys. I didn't know that he was on the other team, and like we all ganged up on him, and we were like, fireball, 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 and he just got completely destroyed.
It was fun though. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
Like, I was trying to get everything working. I'm just getting bombarded with all these spells. I'm like, oh my god, what do I do? Okay. Next question, which is one that I want to ask from myself, because I'm surprised it never came up. So, why did you get into streaming?
Oh.
And what made you decide it was something you wanted to do?
Oh, okay. This is an interesting one. So, I had full-time care of my mom, and I was doing that constantly, and I was watching on Saturdays and stuff, like, and Fridays there was this show on YouTube that was like Retro Replay, and it was like Nolan North and Troy Baker like playing games and talking about stuff. And then they did a spin-off with Liam McIntyre and Todd Lazance, who are both Australian actors, and they were playing games more like retro stuff called Get Good. And that at that point that started, I used to have that show on all the time while I was like taking care of her. When she passed away, I suddenly had like a bunch of time on my hands, and so I started chatting and stuff in the streams, and I met a bunch of people, a lot of people that a bunch of you guys know now who are still with me and stuff. And one of them was Nighty, Nightkeeper, and so she streamed like, and the guys were doing stuff on Twitch too, and I was playing stuff with them sometimes, and people were like, oh, do you stream? And I was like, no, like, you know, and I go on Nighty's stream and Hypno stream, and people kept being like, oh, you should stream or whatever. So my brother-in-law gave me an old PC, and trust me, I started with this. I don't know how I made this thing do what it did, because it was not a crazy build or anything, but I got it set up. Some people in that community I was in for Get Good were like, we're doing a charity stream thing, like, do you want to do that? So I was like, sure. So my first stream was like this big group charity thing, and I did it, and it was so fun, and a bunch of people turned out, and I enjoyed it, because I like yap to myself when I play games anyway. Like I yap to myself when I watch TV, like, I you know what I mean? So it was like, it felt natural, and people thought it was funny or whatever, you know, and that felt good. And so I was just like, okay. And then I just kind of never stopped. It's 4.5 years almost now. Like, I've just kind of just kept doing it, and I've been through a lot of changes. The community changed a lot. A lot of the people who were there in the beginning are still around, and a lot of them have moved on, and that's fine too. But the things, that community that was part of, kind of like fractured,
Mm.
and it was really cool because like a bunch of people stuck around, hung around, became friends of mine anyway, regardless of all that, like because we all liked what each other did, and I met so many other people streaming,
Yeah.
and that just kind of kept carrying me forward with like, okay, like encouragement and other people doing the same thing, and sort of a community of all people who are, like I'm always in my
Yeah.
streams, it's like look to your left, look to your right, they're probably a streamer, follow each other. I always say that because like a lot of it is like a bunch of people making stuff, like,
Mm.
and those are all the people I've met along the way the entire time. So that's what's kept me going and why I do it, because like honestly, the community and stuff, every time somebody's like, oh, I found a place, like, where I can be me, or I've discovered something about myself, or I've whatever, because of like Club Mingo and the people in it, and everybody being really open and like supportive of each other, like that's why I keep doing it, because like, our little island of misfits and weirdos and
Mm.
shit, and everybody can feel like they have a place. So
Yeah, like, like it's same for me. Like, when I found streaming, I was on a PS5. I wasn't doing it on anything else. I was on a PS5, and I was just streaming from that. Well, when I first started, I was on Xbox. Sorry, and then I went to PS4, and then I went to PS5, and then when I came to PS5, I stopped for a mental health break for a bit.
mhm.
You know what I mean? But then obviously I came back, and that's when I got my PC and stuff, and ever since then, like, everything's just going as better than I can expect.
Yeah.
But like, when I first started out, I was using an Xbox, and to get like my scenes and stuff that I was using now, I used to use a program called Lightstream,
Mhm.
and I had this old tower PC that a friend of mine before he moved up to Scotland gave me, and I used that to do all my stuff on it, and then when that exploded, I was devastated because then it means I had to start again. But it's fine,
Yeah.
because it all worked out in the end.
Yeah. Look at you now.
But that's crazy though. Like, it's crazy to think that you went through all that, and then you found a place where you felt welcome, really. Because,
Yeah, really.
Because like that's one thing that I found, like like through following yourself and watching your streams through Orbit and everybody that I've met over the time. I felt so welcome, and I've never felt like that I've never wanted to be the people that I stream with don't want me there. Do you know what I mean? And that's a good feeling. That
That's what it's about.
it is. All right. So the next question, which is from Mads, and it sort of follows on from mine anyway, so it's just easier to do it this way. So Matt says, what's your favourite piece of tech / software for streaming, and what would be the next thing, big or small, you'd want to add to your setup? Also, maybe name 3 games that work out to the way you are, the things you play, enjoy now.
Okay, the second half you're gonna have to remind me when I get there, because I'm gonna forget it by then. But the first half of the question, okay, software tech. I don't actually have a whole lot of hardware. Like we just got a capture card with the help of all of you guys funding it, and that's a really cool thing to have, because now it's like, hell yeah, I can stream a bunch of stuff off our PlayStation library, and it's encouraging to try expand our PS3 library and stuff, and that's really cool. But software wise though, Triggerfire is the coolest thing ever. It's so easy, and it's not like a lot of the other like mixed up streamer bot stuff that's like hard for people to like grasp on. I always tell people to start with Triggerfire with anything. Like the fact, I remember ages ago like discovering it and being like, I can make word commands that just make stuff happen on stream when people say them, because I'm here for the memes. I'm a big shit poster, and I do dumb shit like that all the time. So like that is like the coolest thing for sure. Is Triggerfire. I have so many channel point redeems in Commander. I have so many channel point redeems. I have like 2 slots left I can even use, and I keep them open for when I do giveaways and stuff, because I have so many buttons in my stream. And then we have other actual commands and word commands, and like, yeah, so that definitely gets the most use. But the next piece I would want though, I really want a streamer deck, because again, I shitpost a lot, and if you can give me buttons that just do shit when I push them, instead of having to hockey stuff on my keyboard and risk messing other things up or clicking between stuff, if I can just have the power to meme on command, it's over for everybody. Like I have so many things I have so many stinger ideas and dumb shit in my head sitting there that just needs like that. So like that's definitely the next piece of tech for sure. Um, and then I don't remember what the rest of that question was.
Okay, it's okay. But no, I totally agree though. Before we continue on with that question, but yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah.
Like obviously, I bought a Steam Deck, and I will tell Stream Deck, and I will tell you now, it is life changing.
Unlimited power.
Like literally, I barely have to touch anything. If I want to clip something, I press a button and it clips it. If I want to, do my Discord, which you can do there, look. So if it, which anybody can do, like that's just a command that I type on, into the Stream Deck
Yeah.
site that you use, and then you just press the button and it does it automatically.
It's
You
gonna
know?
give me let me live out my radio host fantasy because I always wanted to be a radio host when I was a kid. Like
Yeah.
the morning radio dudes have like all the sound effects and like dumb shit they would do. That.
Class, and like you can do stupid stuff like when it changes over. I can do that where I can zoom my camera in. Have a button just to zoom my camera in for the sake of zooming my
Yeah.
camera in.
Exactly.
It's great. Just like little things like that. It's just really useful.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's there on my screen. If you want to join the Discord, you're more than welcome to. The link is in chat. You are able to join the Discord, and if you want to be able to ask questions for the next episode, which we'll be doing with Orbit, I'm not sure when, but we'll announce it in the Discord. You're more than welcome to join the Discord and be able to participate and ask some questions. Okay, so the second half of that question is also maybe name 3 games that were core to the way you are / the things you play / enjoy now.
Oh, core games. Okay, well, good thing that's up there. That's the remaster of it. But Elder Scrolls Oblivion.
Yep.
Elder Scrolls Oblivion is like such a core game for me. I mean, Elder Scrolls games in general. Morrowind's great. Skyrim's great, obviously, but Oblivion's like that's my thing.
Yeah.
That's definitely a core. And then, man, I have to pick like a specific boomer shooter is hard because like that's for anybody who doesn't know, I stream mostly indie games and I have a huge focus on retro FPS and boomer shooters. So like, which is kind of just how it's become in the last year. I've always played them, but like I've just been doing more and more and I've been getting more and more keys to that kind of stuff and we like that. So like that's kind of what it's becoming. I mean like obviously the Doom series and everything. I played so many good ones though. Like lately, I feel like I'm not even gonna pick a game for that one. I'm just gonna say boomer shooters because there's too many. There's too many. They've been there my whole life. That's just a core thing. Oblivion, boomer shooters, and probably. Oh man, that's tough. Like, part of me wants to say Jet Set Radio Future because I never shut up about it and I love that game and it's like its own quirky thing and I play a lot of quirky niche games. But then part of me is like, Halo has been such a huge part of my life too. And for a long time I was like a competitive FPS guy. So like, I guess that is core to me, even though now the thought of doing that exhausts me. But I've long since retired, but I still play the games. But as far as like the PvP aspect of stuff, like, no. But yeah,
I totally get that.
That was a complex answer for a very simple question. But there you go.
It really was. Yes, Talis. I have mentioned that to Johnny before, like, but
yeah.
Unfortunately,
I don't have a tablet.
The tablet that I used to use is now broken.
Yeah, the tablet I had for drawing, is long retired.
It is long
it
gone.
Can't do anything. It's so dead. It's like, kill me, please. It's sitting there collecting dust now because it's done.
I mean,
I appreciate you.
I mean, you could also add it to your phone as well, but it's just there's no point.
Yeah, it's just one of those things I'm just gonna like wait to get eventually.
All right, let's have a look. Let's go back to my Discord and see what else is on there. Okay, one from Dragon. I'll ask my other question after. So Dragon says, "Is mayonnaise an instrument?"
Wow. Is mayonnaise an instrument?
Well, I mean, if it's in a game, you know.
I mean, you can make anything can be an instrument if you can make sound with it. So yeah, absolutely. You can fist a jar of mayonnaise and make it make a sound. You can just take a spoon in it. You can play a spoon against the jar. Like, yes, absolutely, mayonnaise can be an instrument. Anything can be an instrument.
Sorry, I'm gonna just have to call you out there for that one. All right, I'm just gonna
That's
drop it
fucking
in
hilarious.
just out of the blue. But I loved it. Thank you.
How he gets it.
All right,
It is
so
the way I use it.
so back to the streaming side of things, which we're pretty much there anyways. Another question that I wanted to ask you: what do you think makes a streamer?
That's tough because there's so many different. Obviously, you can look at Twitch. There's so many different. Anything, you know, as far as it doesn't matter the content, I would say.
Yeah.
It's not just gaming or talking or whatever. What makes a streamer, I think, is just the ability to, number one, yap, whether no one's there or not. Like, you gotta be able to yap and enjoy that and enjoy doing that. And I think making people feel included. Because I think there's variety programs on, there's co-working stuff, there's, you know what I mean? There's some streams where people don't have a mic, you know, and they're just co-working, stuff like that. But there's still people coming out to them because they're doing things to help people feel involved or feel like they're getting stuff done, or same with like IRL stuff, you know, not the shitty IRL things, but you know, like going on walks, whatever, things like that. Like, what's making the streamer and making the stream isn't necessarily the content or what they're doing. Stream may have started with like games, hella, and stuff, but that's not like, none of that's necessary. What makes the streamer is like the ability to, I'd say, like make people feel included, make people feel involved, and like be entertaining. Yeah. You know, that's really it. You can take that and put it on top of anything, and it can become a stream. You know.
Lizard. Lizard.
Lizards.
Lizard.
Lizard.
Lizard. Right, let's have a look here. Okay.
Fail, thank you for actually hiding a compliment in there in your question, by the way. I was shocked.
We're about to do another fail one anyways.
Ah.
This one's from your Discord. My big thing is what it's put in with dots aside. What tech did you start with? Because I want to improve so bad with limited resources / monetary, but I'm so willing to do so. I only have a laptop and that won't change for the near future, but whatever y'all can suggest helps because you're the experts.
Okay. Well, when I started, like I said, my brother-in-law handed me down a PC. I was very fortunate to get that. However, I will tell you, this is going to blow your minds, okay? I was streaming Fortnite. I was streaming Splitgate. I was playing Splitgate competitively, like in Halo and a bunch of other shit, okay? I was doing that on a 480.
Ooh, 480.
A 480.
Crazy.
That's 480, not 48, 480. That was just a lot of fine tuning for me in programs to keep stuff from getting too hot and blowing the fuck up, and also dialing back my bit rate, dialing back a lot of things, keeping things small, sources small, things small like that, so that the game could take up what it needed to do. And I did it, and it worked for so fucking long. It worked so well for so long. Like, it honestly worked until right before I moved, and then things started really struggling on anything except small games, really, really small games, you know, and then I made it work on a 1660 for a long time. But as far as, I don't have a lot of experience with laptops, but like, the thing is, like, you can you can stream with a fucking phone. You can do, like, I know, Fail, you have a console and you have a laptop and stuff, and there's like you were saying, Lightstream, I know all that does, like a great person to talk to. Also, I'm just gonna shout somebody out right now, is This Be the Cassidy. When I met Cass started streaming just like over a year ago, and like she had so much stream integration, and I did not realize she didn't have a PC for so long. She was doing it with a PS5 and a Lightstream on a Chromebook. And I was like, what? Like, you can make stuff work. There's a lot of tools out there to balance things, like, because that's how I was able to do that on a very, very, very pared down PC. Like,
and that's how I used to do it with Lightstream myself, as I was explaining earlier, you know. It's how I used to do it, and, you know, I had my webcam, I had my scenes, everything, and it all worked perfectly fine. Yeah, and there were things that I had to find a workaround because some things just didn't work straight out.
Yeah.
So I had to find a workaround to get something to work. And I made that
And then the
happen.
thing is, there may be some things you can't do that you want to do, but then you can find something else you could do that maybe other people don't do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of it, like, and I'm happy, Phil, to like. I mean, I don't know a whole lot of laptop, like I don't have a lot of laptop experience, but like, I'm happy to get in a call with anybody, Phil included, obviously, like, and help them with stuff because like that's how
Yeah.
I got here is people helping me,
Yeah.
and
Like,
you know, and anybody
like-
or in the community knows, like I'm always there to help people. I'm out modding in your chats, fucking telling you guys how to fix stuff. I'm a wizard. I can make things work. I'm happy to help anyone because
Yeah.
everyone needs help.
Yeah, like my little logo here. Literally, Johnny spent like all of 5 seconds creating that for me, and then got it to work because the first one that he said just like nope, screw
I
it.
said the wrong file type. We're not
Yeah.
gonna talk about that though.
We're not going to talk about that. But yeah, see, like, yeah, Johnny's definitely great. I mean, like, he's helped me a lot.
Ask for help. That's the big thing. Ask for help.
Yeah.
You ask for help. We can
You
figure
know.
it out, Phil. Like we'll figure
Yeah.
something out.
I'm always messaging Johnny. Oh, Johnny, how do you do this? And he's like, I have no fucking clue because I don't use that. It's like, okay then. Would you have done that? You have said that a few times, like when I'm like, oh, how do you get buttons?
Yeah, a
to
couple
work?
times I'm like, I don't fucking know though. I don't know. I can find out, but I don't know. That's what you did yesterday. I messaged you. I was like, hey, how'd you do that? And you're like, that was an OBS plugin, but there's something else I can find, and you found it. It's the same thing, you know.
Yeah. And now it broke again, so I'm like, oh, for goodness sakes, I'm going to have to speak to Warbit or something about it, because obviously he's the magician when it comes to all these little sound buttons and stuff.
Yeah.
So-
See another thing. Once I get a stream deck, it's over for all y'all, because then I'll be able to tech
Yeah.
wizard that for you guys too. Once I have my
Yeah.
hands on one.
And I've already said to Johnny if he needs anything for that, if he needs, you know, suggestions or showing how to use it, he just gives me a shout, and I'll help him out with most things. Most things, because there is a couple of things that I'm still learning myself. Okay, next question. Let's have a look here. See what else we've got. That one you already answered in the thing, so I can't. There's no point saying that because we've only got a couple of questions left. So if anybody does have any questions, remember you can use highlight my message and ask any questions in chat. Another one from Wi-Fi.
Mm.
Is it? Yeah, it's Wi-Fi. We'll see. Both have the exact same thing, so I should know that it's Wi-Fi. If you could pick a game world to live in for a week, what would it be?
A game world to live in for a week.
Mm.
Okay, so that a week is important because like it's the same thing people go if you could go to any time, and it's like, well, there's things that would detract if I was like just stuck there, but if it's like a visit, you know what I mean, then you don't have to think too much about like toilet problems. That's the first thing I think about anytime it's like go to a game world, go to a different time. I'm like, okay, do they have toilet paper? Do they have plumbing? You know, if it's only a week, I can manage shit in the woods. That's fine. So that's the thing there, because like there's okay, like the Jet Set world's really cool. Okay, really cool looking people, graffiti, everybody's on rollerblades. They have super powered rollerblades. That's fucking cool. That'd be really cool. But honestly, I'd have to go into Elder Scrolls, like anywhere. Throw me in any continent on this part of the continent. I mean, like, I'm down. I'd be really, really cold if they put me in Skyrim, but I'd manage. But like, I would love that, just because like I've spent so much time in those games, and I feel like just going around and being like, I'm gonna go into this barrow, I'm gonna go over here, I'm gonna go trade. I could hang out in a village and trade stuff with people. I could fucking I go and look at the mammoths and the giants and stuff. There's so much stuff you could do.
Yeah.
Thieves Guild, obviously.
There's literally only one thing that I would not do in Skyrim, and that's going to a spider cave.
Dude, I would totally hang out with this frostbite spiders. I would.
Now do it in VR. That is scary.
That'd be so cool.
That is so scary.
I'd be so about that.
Walking up and the spider comes out from the ceiling. I was watching a video on it. I think it was last year, and they were like, "Oh my god, it's so terrifying!" Like, you know, because you don't realise just how big they actually are, because you know you don't have that perspective, and they are actually quite huge. Like, you know, I'm 5'10", I think. Last time I got my height measured, and you know they're taller than me, so I'd be freaking out.
I'd be like, friend. I'd ride that shit, dude. I don't even care.
I don't blame you.
I would. I'd be cooking up all the potions, dude. I'd be like, what does this do, man? I'd be so fucked up. Like, if you put me in the Elder Scrolls world, I don't even care. Yeah, that. There's so much potential. There's so many things you could do, and so many pretty places you could go. Like, and if the people in those worlds function like the NPCs do, it'd be fucking hilarious. Because imagine walking to someone's shop, and then they're like, and then they dart across the room, and then they turn their head to you and go in your face like this and talk to you. Like, I'd be cracking up the whole fucking time.
You just look at him like, sorry.
Yep.
For me, which I like to answer that question. For me, if I were to pick a world
do.
to live in for a week, I'd probably say either. God, so many games I've played over years. I'd either play Infamous, just because superpowers. It'd be
Yeah,
it'd be a world of
dude.
Infamous just for superpowers.
Parkour superpowers, yeah.
Or it'd be Dying Light.
That's also a parkour game, huh?
Yeah. Like believe
Yeah,
it or not,
So
when
you like building jumpy powers, yeah.
Yeah, believe it or not, when I was younger, I've put on quite a bit of weight. I don't do it anymore, but I used to actually do parkour in my younger years.
Hell yeah.
You know, so some of that
I used to love climbing shit.
some of that I actually enjoyed doing. So like I'd love that, like, you know, finding all different ways to kill zombies. It'd be fun.
Yeah. I wouldn't see. That's the thing. I wouldn't want to go on a zombie. It's just like it's like not a week's vacation. It's like a week of like surviving. Like,
It's experience. Think of it that way.
true.
Okay, a question that Dragon popped in chat. Favorite game villain?
Sephiroth.
Totally.
Easy.
Totally.
Like, just everything. Okay. You want to talk about fucking aura? Nobody has more aura than that guy. Meteor,
Cars.
fucking the hair. Anyway, everyone. It doesn't matter what your orientation is. Everybody thinks that guy's hot. He fucking is, and he's a complicated little bastard. But boy, can he dress well. Like the whole, yeah, Sephiroth. 100% Sephiroth.
That's a good choice.
I don't even care if that's like a basic bitch answer. Like that, he's the best game villain. Period. Fight me.
For me, it'd probably be, I can't remember if it's Xehanort or I can't remember. It's one from Kingdom Hearts 2. The final boss from Kingdom Hearts 2. I can't remember what his name is. I know it's like Zeo or something, because you've got Xehanort, God damn it, Xemnas, and there's another one. I can't remember what the other one is, but it's the one from Kingdom Hearts 2. Just because, like,
Yeah.
that end fight, man, it's crazy. It really is. Like, there's a whole sequence where you just have to button bash to survive.
Yeah. It's been ages since I played any of those games. I had a mobile one that I played hella though for a long time. There was a mobile Kingdom Hearts. I can't remember what it's called. Kingdom Hearts Cross or something. And it was like
yeah.
I was obsessed with that because like yeah, I was really into like tactics style like strategy RPGs for a while there, and the job I had, like I was like working really long hours and I have like little random moments for breaks that I could get, you know what I mean? And so it was just like I have something going on my phone that I could like play for a few minutes here or there when there was like a lull, and like I was obsessed with that mobile game of it though. I was really into mobile gaming for a while actually. Little Johnny fact. Like extremely. Like I mostly stopped doing it when I got the PC and when I started streaming, because I just didn't. Then I found I didn't have time for it anymore. But I had like there was a game I used to play, and I there was a guild I was in, and I was like VP of the guild, and I ran all this stuff every week and for raids and all that kind of shit. You know, like I was like extremely involved in some mobile gaming communities.
God, the only mobile game I ever played was The Simpsons Tapped Out. That was just one of those games.
I don't know if I ever played that.
It was a free game. It was The Simpsons. Back then, I was like really into my Simpsons, so I sat there and played that all day and like built the entire plumbing community. It was great.
Some of them are really fun.
There's some good games out. Good games out there. I can get my words out. Okay, next question. If you had unlimited resources, what kind of game would you make?
Ooh.
I already read that. I read that as you were talking. I'm like, I already know my answer to that one.
Oh man, what kind of game would I make? Like, bro, that's so hard because there's like I would not be the kind of person that should be in charge of making a game because there's so many things I'd want to do and they wouldn't work cohesively, and so it would be like they'd be like, this is the worst game ever because like none of this makes sense. Why do you have all of these things happening in one game? And it's like, because I like all of them, because I like all of these things. But I feel I do have one answer, and I've said this before about other things, not today, but other things. So because if I just made a game that was just a Johnny game, it would not do well. I can tell you now, there'd be too many things competing, and it would be somebody's fever dream, and it would be a nightmare. What I would do if I had unlimited resources is I would get BioWare to make a Star Trek game. I've been wanting this for so fucking long. I feel like we need an actual like in-universe Star Trek game that's not just like bridge commanding stuff or like ship fighting and stuff like that. There's been some really good like games like on PS1 and stuff for Star Trek, sure, but like, and I know there's Star Trek Online and everything, but I'm talking like I want Dragon Age, Mass Effect style, BioWare, you know, Knights Old Republic, BioWare style,
where it's got like proper
game in the Star Trek universe where you have, you know, the Federation, you have all the dialogue, all the stations, you're talking to people, just like Mass Effect, stuff like that, right? And all of the interpersonal connections of like Dragon Age and everything, where you've got your parties and your any BioWare games like that, Knights of the Republic, you know, Dragon Age series and Mass Effect series, where like BioWare could do such a good Star Trek game, and if I had unlimited resources, I would be like, here's all this money, please make this game now, because. Imagine like you could go like I'm a huge Star Trek fan if people don't know that, so you could go have different star bases, you have the Federation, you could have the Klingon Empire, you could all this, you could set it in literally any time, but also because like it's this huge universe, right, that's been built really beautifully, world built by Gene Roddenberry and co, and like you could make all new characters. Doesn't have to be anybody anyone already knows. I'm looking at you, Star Trek New Worlds. We don't need Kirk. We do not need more Kirk constantly, thank you. Anyway, you could make all new characters. You could put them on a ship, you know, and have them, you know, be for the Federation, whatever the fuck. But have all your choices you have to make right. Like, if you know, like typical BioWare stuff, like all these heavy hitting choices and everything shaping the universe and traveling different planets and scanning stuff with your tricorder and fucking ship fights, and I mean, you could have the whole fucking thing. That's what I would do. That was a very long answer, sorry, but this is something I've thought about so much.
That's fine.
That's the one.
No, I totally get that because I'm always thinking like, what would be a great game, and one of my thoughts on that one would be a world sim. And the reason why I say world sim is because it'd be literally the entire world, you know.
Damn.
But instead of it, you know, just being like, you know, you have like one thing and you have to do that one thing. You can literally do anything in the world. So like, you know, if you want to do truck driving, you could do truck driving. I say that because obviously, you know, if you're the outside, you know.
Yeah.
You know, if you want to like, you know, explore the world, you can do that. If you want to decorate a home, you could do that. If you want to start a farm, you could do that. You know, so it literally gives
like
you
a true life sim. Like
yeah.
Yeah.
So you can
like the
literally do
scale of the world.
yeah. So you can literally do anything you want, and you know, earn money. You know, make a life. You know, customize your character to however you want. You know, like if there's like a certain style you want, you know, go for that. You know what I mean? So it'd be great, just you know, for that. So then people will have that world where they can just go in and do whatever they want. You know?
Yeah, that'd be really sick.
The only thing that I'd probably be worried about with that is obviously, you know, like having the safety up there for young people that come in, because you know, with all the stuff,
you'd have to have like a passive.
yeah, with all the
yeah.
all the stuff that's been happening with Roblox and stuff lately, I'm like, yeah, I'd rather just try and make sure there's something in place to stop.
Make it for grown ass people only. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, so then that way that'd be safe like that. But you know, like it'd be great for like anybody just to be able to live out their own dreams of what they want to do. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also, and then on top of that, you know, add a modification so they can do it in VR if they want to, so they can, you know, really play in, like, and
mod it to be Mars. Everyone lives on Mars now.
You know, so it'd be great, it'd be fun. It really would be. I think that'd be really cool. Work really well.
I'd play it. I love a life sim.
Okay, before we answer that question that you popped in the chat there, there's one last one that I might as well just get out of the way that's in Discord, which is favorite bird in game.
Favorite bird in a game?
That's what it says.
That's a very okay. That's someone hitting on the special interest because I have hyperfixate on birds.
totally
But like there aren't a
understandable.
whole lot of super notable birds in games, but and people are gonna go, oh, like Kazooie, what? Like, yeah, okay, Kazooie's great, but like, I'm talking the bird, the the big fucking bird is it's in Shadow of the Colossus. I can't remember what it's actually called,
I know what you're talking
but
about.
it's one of the
but I
Colossus,
can't remember the name myself.
and you have to get on it and ride along on its back over some water and shit, and it's gorgeous, like everything is in Shadow of the Colossus. That one,
That one.
the Colossus bird. Yeah.
That one. Okay. Yeah, I can't remember. Whilst we're waiting, because I know Dragon's not currently there. Let's actually look that up really quickly.
They're like,
The Colossus. Big bird name.
it's the fifth Colossus. Okay, yeah.
The name of the big bird Colossus in Shadow of the Colossus is Avion.
That tracks. Yeah, it's
And
Colossus.
it is the fifth.
5.
Yeah, the fifth Colossus in the game.
Yeah.
So there you go. So Avion. There you go. See, Google does have its uses.
See, because the names aren't really like a part of the game. It's just the numbers, you know.
Yeah.
So like, I've never really known the names, but that's another game I fucking love. By the way, Shadow of the
Oh.
Colossus is one of my favorite games.
Whilst we're waiting for Dragon to come back, I do have a question for you.
Yeah.
What is the one thing you hate in games? And it can be in for any category of games.
Oh, I got a lot of those, but I'm gonna touch on one that is relevant right now. Is the marketing cycle that exists now? So like, there'll be a games expo and word show, whatever, you know, somewhere where people reveal trailers, teasers, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And what AAA studio, mostly AAA, some AA studios are doing now, though. There's hardly any AA studios anymore anyway, but is showing announcing a game, right? And showing what's basically just a tech demo, maybe. Not even a really valid like teaser, but they frame it as a teaser, right? And then it's like 5 years out from even getting a fucking trailer, anything like that. So then everybody, you know, for 5 years, you're like, cool, I wonder if we're ever gonna hear anything more about that game. Cool, you know, because they'll just be like, coming soon, or maybe they'll throw out a vague date, but. And then, you know, 5 years on, you're like, okay. And then maybe they're actually on time with it, and you get some teaser, and then they're like, it's out in 2 years, you know? And then it's like, okay. Then a year later, you get a trailer, and then they're like, out next year. And then they give you a date, and you get up to the date, and they're like, and we're delaying it. And it's like, what you know, it's just this marketing cycle so that they can make the most other investors and all this shit. It's actually like, and in the meantime, they're laying people off, and it's out of control now. Like, I just want how things used to be. A year out from the release, give me a fucking teaser. 6 months out from the release, give me a trailer. Release the game. On occasion, you gotta delay a game, so it's right when it comes out. I get that. That's fine. But it's not even delays anymore, because they literally will just be like, vague time, 10 years from now is coming out. And then you get there and they're like, not really a delays, we never said what. And then it's another 2 years. Like, that cycle is insane. Like, just shut the fuck up about it until it's actually going to happen. Period. I don't care. I don't even watch most of those things anymore because, and I skip through them. I only watch indie showcases really, because I fucking cannot be asked with seeing stuff that isn't anything like the gameplay is going to be, or even the cinematics a lot of times like a tech demo basically for their investors' sake, and it's not going to happen for ages. Like, I don't want to see something, get excited about it that doesn't even really exist.
Yeah, it's like Beyond Good and Evil 2. They announced that years ago, and then brought out a small gameplay demo of it, and then it just vanished into nothing.
Yeah,
I've not heard anything
and that's a
since.
complicated one because there's a lot of different factors in that one. But also, like, look at like Wolverine. Okay, how long we heard about Wolverine? How many fucking years ago? And now we got a teaser finally, and now it's like next year. Okay, cool, awesome. And I'm stoked about it. I'm gonna play it, sure. But in the meantime, what they've done though, how many games have they not put out? How many games have they told us about, shown us stuff, and then now they were canceled? Black Panther, tons of other titles in the last couple of years.
I mean,
and they've laid off all the people working on them. It's like. It's literally like they're just doing it to try to show that they're doing stuff, but without actually having to do it, and then giving people jobs, and then taking away their jobs.
Yeah.
And like, it's out of control. The AAA games industry is a fucking shit show right now, and that's
It is.
That's what I hate.
I mean, I do
It-
kind of understand the Black Panther game, but that's only because obviously the whole thing that happened with the actor himself, so they didn't want to, you know, do stuff there. And I understand that. You know what I mean? That's fine.
Yeah, but the game was well after the fact of that they announced
Yeah.
they were doing the game. Like that has nothing to do with it. That was literally them just being like, yeah, never mind, we're gonna can it. Like, and they've done that with like that same umbrella of companies has done that with the same fucking with
Yeah.
like 3 or 4 different things all in the same window of time. You know?
Gosh.
Um,
And that's another thing with games. These days, instead of you actually getting the game that they've announced, you get an absolute broken mess.
Yeah, and
Right.
they just patch
So,
it for fucking
yeah,
next year.
Yes, and then they patch it. So instead of you actually paying for the game, you're paying for the broken mess.
Yeah, and it's like you
Yeah.
announced it 10 fucking years ago, dude. Like, just why is it not ready?
Right.
And it's because they fucking lay people up. And they have bring other different people, or they hand it off to another studio and all this shit. And it's all just them chasing the most money. And really, like, you know what would make them the most money is if they just did things like they always did them and fucking just give us.
Yeah.
Let people who like to make games make fucking games. Pay them to do
Right.
it, and put the fucking games out, and let us buy them. Period.
Course,
That's all you need to
you
do.
know?
You don't need to keep fucking complicating things
You
with
don't.
your little schemes and your stock fucking shit. Just do that. That's, you know, and that's why a lot of things are thriving in the indie industry right now.
Yeah,
because you have people caring about shit, making shit,
Yeah, because they actually seem
and
to.
it's doing well.
Because even though they're indie title, you can see the love and dedication they put into those games to make them run and be good for the people that enjoy playing them.
Yeah, like I know a lot of AAA places felt very undermined when like Silk Song. I don't even play those games, but props to Team Cherry because Silk Song came out and they're like, it's $20, and like this is a game people have been waiting for ages. This is a game they know a ton of people are gonna buy,
Yeah.
and at the same time as like, dude, 2K dude is like, people will find the money if they want to play Borderlands 4, you know, and is a dick about it. And charges people $80 for it. Like Silk Song is like $20. It's $20, and you know what? They sold a bunch, and they're gonna make a bunch of money from it, and
Yeah.
that's fucking fantastic. Like, and I know that went soured in the mouths of a lot of AAA folks because like that makes them look bad. But it's like, yeah, I'm sorry if this team can give us a game for $20 that they could have absolutely hiked up because of the desire people had for it and everything, and they didn't, then like that makes you guys all look like fucking dickheads because you're like multi-billion-dollar corporations and they're not.
Right.
So like
I mean, like, look at Euro Truck and American Truck Simulator. Both absolutely fantastic games. They're both cheap. You can, you know, like for example, if I would say, and I gifted you the game because I wanted you to
yeah,
to play. and
but like
join
you said,
us.
they go on sale all
But
the
they
time.
go on sale all the time. Like right now, I think I don't know if it's still on, but for the autumn sale, they're like £4 for the games. You know, and then all the DLCs on top of that as well, which are like £2-3. You know, it's not an expensive game unless you play it full price. Which if you pay full price, you look at about maybe like £100-150, which is totally understandable. Because you know, there's a lot of DLCs, but them games have been out for like over 10 years. You know. And
Yeah.
it's a company that is still dedicated to supporting those games, and obviously as we know now, they're coming over to consoles. I don't know quite when, they haven't quite, you know, given us a date, but you know, that's going to bring more players into it, and because people are going to enjoy it because it's a big game, you know.
Yeah.
But they're still dedicated to the game. You know, look at Anthem.
Yeah.
Look how Anthem turned out. You know, it was made by a AAA company, which is EA. You know, it didn't work. It didn't work out as well. It came out. It was doing its stuff, and they did have some good things about it. Like the flying were great. You know, the combat felt good, but the bugs and stuff are what you know caused the problems. And then on top of that, you know, they promised all this different stuff. There were no end game, and then they just dropped it. Just no, we're not doing it anymore.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, we're going to do Anthem 2.0, and then they just gave up on that, and you know.
Yeah, I feel like that was like kind of the beginning of these times that we're in
Yeah.
now, where
Yeah.
like that set a precedent for like what they're doing now, where there's no actual like fucks given about the consumer. It's literally about the bottom line. But they're fucking up their own bottom line because like if they just marketed and produced things on a regular ass cycle, then like they would be selling more. Like they really would be.
They
It's
would.
that simple.
You know, like there is some great games out there some great titles out there that are AAA games that that are wonderful, but then it's the biggest companies like EA, Ubisoft, and 2K and all that stuff. The people that have really got up there, they're the ones that are letting everybody down. Okay, so we don't end up getting too high about that. Let's get these couple of questions in chat done. So the first one from the wifey: if you could have a real life working version of a weapon or piece of tech, what would it be and why?
Gunblade.
Say that again.
Gunblade. A gunblade from Final Fantasy VIII. Gunblade. They wouldn't work. They're not practical. I don't care. But if it could fucking work, I don't give a shit. Give me a gunblade. That's the coolest thing ever. A sword that's also a gun. Yes. Is a fucking Buster sword with a gun involved? Yes, absolutely. Gunblade. Hands down.
Just no other question. Just gunblade. Totally understandable. For me, on that one, it would be probably the cybernetic enhancements in Cyberpunk.
Oh shit, that's a good one too.
I mean, come on.
That's a really good one.
Go on, the cybernetic enhancement that gives you a double jump. Imagine what you could do with that.
I would just like to have a working hip and spine. Dude, I get some legs, a new back. I'd be solid.
Oh god. Well, yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, just all your problematic bones, just get them traded out for tech.
Yeah.
You saw it.
Yep. And I'd be fast as fuck to be running everywhere.
Right.
Instead of hobbling everywhere.
Right. The next one. Fave game studio and console.
Studios are hard for me because my memory is terrible, so like I can't tell you half the time who made what. But there are a couple in my head that I could think of, like Bend Studios, which like did Siphon Filter series, which is like one of my favorite PlayStation series, and also they're from Oregon, so of course that's a big deal to me. But they also did Days Gone, which is a really good game, which I only just recently played like last year. But yeah, I appreciate them. Also, like, this is gonna be weird because people are like, oh, that's not very hardcore game review, but I don't care. Traveler's Tales, the studio that does all the Lego games, what a fucking amazing studio. They actually like they handle licensed properties so well, and they also like their writers are insanely good. Everything they do is so funny. Their turnover time, their production cycle is reasonable. Like, they don't do dumb shit like a lot, like we were just talking about, a lot of stuff does. Like, they make games that they're still challenging, for older folks. They're approachable for kids too. Like, I think Traveler's Tales is a really like underrated studio that like just people don't talk about because like they just make Lego games. But like Lego games are fucking awesome, and I'll fight anyone who disagrees with that. But if you're just looking at like a studio with like good output and consistency, like that, they're one of them. Like, and nobody says it, but like I'll fucking say it. And then obviously also BioWare. I'm a huge BioWare stan. So, your Mass Effect, Knights of the Republic.
For me, it's Sucker Punch, because every single one of their games just have always been phenomenal. Yeah, you've got the Sly series, you've got the Infamous series, and
Infamous,
the
Sucker Punch is a really good one.
The Ghosts of series. I think Ghosts of, because now they've got Ghosts of Yota.
Yeah, now there's two.
Yeah, Ghosts of.
Meds.
So I wonder what the next one's going to be. Ghost of Japan.
I just hope that the next thing they do is another Infamous game or another Sly game, because we have a PS5 now. We need an Infamous or a Sly title on PS5.
Yeah, I feel like they need to either remake the original Infamous games, or just bring completely new one.
Or just give us a new character and like, give us a new one. I'm fine with that. Like,
or even follow up the storyline from Infamous Second Son.
Second Son, yeah.
And bring him back. Because I did that with I never bloody remember his name. It's been such a long time since I played that game.
Cole.
Yeah, that is a good one as well. Insomniac's also a good one.
Yeah, Insomniac's good. Yeah. I feel too though, like Sly Cooper's like the official unofficial PlayStation mascot anymore, and I feel like he was for a while, and I feel like there's such a huge, people are still playing those games. Like I was streaming through them again sometime early this year, I think, and like looking at other people, like other people are always streaming Sly Cooper games on Twitch. Like,
Yeah.
that says something. You know what I mean? He's not Mario. He's not anything like that. But like people are always still playing those games and they're sharing them. And there's a lot of people really passionate about them because they're really good games. Like,
Yeah.
and I feel like we deserve a PS5 Sly Cooper title. Like,
Yeah, because I mean, like, you know, Insomniac brought back Ratchet and Clank
yeah,
just out of the blue,
and that was great.
You know?
Yeah.
I think it was a great game. You know,
Yeah.
So I feel like the Sly games definitely needs something bringing
Yeah.
back.
We need another
you
one.
know.
We need a 5th game for sure.
Also, hi, Mads. We weren't ignoring you. We're just listening to Johnny. So, you know. Also, we did your question and he did answer. So,
Yes.
you know, he got a bit. He explained the first part and then he's like, I can't remember what the second half of that was.
I was like, you're gonna have to remind me what the rest of the question was when I get there, because
Yeah.
I have
But we
goldfish
got it.
memory.
We got it. But yeah, if you want to ask any more questions, you're more than welcome to. You can. There's a redeem for the highlight message, so you can ask. So you can ask any more questions if you want to. We will be ending here shortly though, because I want to try and keep it to at least an hour-ish, just so then that way I can post it up on YouTube for people. So if people want to actually watch it there, they can do. You know, to catch up if they need to. So if there's like any questions they want to revisit, they can do it that way as well. But yeah, if there is any more questions before we do end, you're more than welcome to ask. Because I think we've got through all the questions that are available in Discords.
Yeah, it's been really fun, guys. Thanks for all
Yeah.
the questions, and thank you for having me, Cakesy. It was fun.
Absolutely. Like,
Great idea. I'm honored to be the first.
Yeah. So us next one. My last question. First game. Crush.
You already know the answer to that. You're just trying to make me say it on another program.
Oh, here's a quick
This
one.
bitch comes through and makes me say this no matter where I'm at, what I'm on, so that everybody has to hear it.
Well, it's your choice if you want to answer
It was
it.
Tails. Okay, I was a kid, and it was Tails.
Yeah, I asked you that question in your own stream, and you answered it there anyways.
Yeah, it was Tails. But for the sake of this, just so everybody on this show now knows too, my first game crush was Tails. I was a child, and I stand by that. Okay.
See, I can't remember when my first game crush was. Like, just being that many games come out, and my brain's just like, oh, gone. Right.
And then it was Quistis. It was Instructor Quistis from Final Fantasy VIII because she is mother. She is
Fair enough.
Yeah.
That is absolutely fair enough.
Yeah. The glasses.
Alright, last question from Mads. What's your favourite retro game? Wait, sorry, I totally messed that one up, I'm sorry. What's your favourite retro game remake?
Okay. I got it. They absolutely killed with the medieval remake they did.
Oh, yes.
For PS4. That was like, because it was exactly the same game, it just looked better, and also they added in a couple quality of life things, and they added in like it came with so many like bonus features. Like when I saw they were doing that, I ordered like the fancy version, the digital whatever the shit ahead of time. Like I was like, I hadn't pre-ordered anything in so long, and I think that was the last thing I ever pre-ordered too. Like was that because like medieval was one of my first loves of PlayStation, and they killed with that. They made it just what it needs to be. They cleaned some stuff up, you know, they gave it modern graphics, they improved some quality of life stuff a bit, and the controls and everything else was the same, and it felt so good, and it was so cool because like, you know, when you see a game in your memories, it looks like a lot better than it actually did when you played it when it came out. Like it was like that same thing like with Master Chief Collection, Halo and stuff, you know what I mean? You like flip the graphics back and you're like, oh, that's what it looks like in my brain, but it did not look that good actually at the time. It did it when it came out, but then when you look back on it, you know, it keeps like your memories keep like upgrading in resolution as time goes on. And I also think that they killed the Soul Reaver remakes they just did too were fucking phenomenal, and it was the same kind of shit, you know. They tidied up the graphics, they did some quality of life stuff, and they left it alone.
For me, it were Spyro the Dragon and Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah, those were
Yeah,
great.
Those
Yeah,
were great games back in the day, and just having that nostalgia there, but with better graphics, just
yeah, exactly.
you know.
I didn't. My one thing with the Spyro ones is that they changed some of the character designs of some of the NPC characters. Like,
Mm,
and I did not appreciate how they changed them. Like, I get that they were just like polygon dudes before, but like they made, I don't know, they took some of the cuteness of stuff away and they made some stuff too like
mm,
overdrawn and weird, and it just didn't feel right, you know.
mm.
But like for the most part, it was great. But there were some things that were just like, why do they look like that now? Um,
I totally get that one.
yeah.
I totally get that one. But yeah, so let's end everything here. Let's just
Cool.
hit a button and explode everything. No. But no, I just want to say thank you, Johnny, for agreeing to come on and get asked a bunch of questions.
Yeah,
Absolutely
dude.
appreciate it. It was quite good to to learn a bit about you and your thoughts on things. And, to learn a bit about you and your thoughts on certain subjects, which are quite nice. Like I quite liked you where you were talking about how you actually started streaming and stuff. Like I really liked how that one was because it just gives an insight on like the things that you sort of went through to then get into that situation.
Yeah.
And it was quite nice to hear it from somebody else. Because I was like, when people ask me, I was like, I don't know, I just got into it. I just got into it. So for me, hearing it from somebody else, it's nice to hear that because I can see that it's something that then brought you into this world. That
Yes.
that made an absolutely fantastic community. And you've made a bunch of friendships. Like heck, literally, I know this is going to sound a bit creepy, but like literally, I'm thinking about you all the time. Yeah,
I know.
Like
We're fam.
we're family now at this point. Like I've known you for long enough. We're already family.
You stuck with me.
Yep. So like being able to think like, oh, I wonder what Johnny's doing today. Like what's he streaming today? And then I message you sometimes. I'm like, oh, are you streaming today? Yeah, I'm streaming today. Okay then, I'll be around if I'm awake. We all family the club. We are.
The Club fam.
Could iDragon get a shout out for Johnny and a shout out for Mads and also a shout out for this Be the Cassidy since Johnny mentioned her earlier, and hopefully you got all that.
Yeah, seriously, I was like, man, because I didn't start streaming on console. I did a couple console streams randomly, but like that, yeah. Seeing what some people did, I was like, damn, dude, like. I had no idea that she was streaming from console to begin with. Like, I had no fucking idea. Like, people be pulling stuff out, so that's why I was recommending her for Fail to learn from too, because like, you can find people will find a way on Twitch. Like, people will find a way to do something. And like I said, you can literally stream from your phone. Like, anybody can try it and do it. Find something you fucking like doing and share it with people. Like, that's how you make communities, and that's how next thing you know you blink and now a bunch of people are stuck with you and you're in their faces for fucking 4.5 years and that's what you do now. So
it's crazy.
You never know.
Like one thing that I've always wanted to do is do cooking streams, and I've done a couple of cooking streams in the past, and I've made it work. I've used my phone and stuff. And the last one that I did, I was making spaghetti bolognese. But at the time, I'd switched to being a vegetarian for a bit because I wanted to try eating a bit healthier and stuff. And I don't know why I went straight out vegetarian. I think it was just because I didn't want to be a vegan because I like cheese too much. I like pizza.
Yeah.
So like, if I want to change, if I want to try something new, I'm going to be a vegetarian because then I can still eat the things that I still enjoy, which mostly is like the cheese and stuff. So I did a homemade spaghetti bolognese, but I used vegetarian mince, and it turned out really well. It tasted really good. Yeah. And obviously I was doing all the stuff, showing it all on stream and stuff, telling people out, how we're doing things and what we're using and stuff. And it was quite fun. I'd love to do that sort of stuff again, but the problem is with how my kitchen is at the moment, that's not going to be happening anytime soon.
We'll get back to it someday though. It'll work out.
Johnny also can't do without cheese. Yeah, I don't blame him. Cheese is like just the best.
I need my cheese, dude.
Unrelated to gaming, what's your favourite cheese?
Ooh. I'm really okay for like a snacking cheese. I'm really fond of Colby Jack. I feel like Colby Jack's like peak
Mm.
soft mild cheese. But like in sandwiches and like that pepper jack cheese is really good. In salads and stuff, Fontina cheese is good in a toasty too. It melts really nice. Yeah,
Car.
lots of cheesies. What about you?
For me, it varies. Like I have days where I want something simple like red Leicester or just a simple cheddar cheese. But then some days I want something a bit more fancy. So like I might be like, I'll have some because like years ago, my grandpa when we were doing Christmas and stuff. After the Christmas meal, grandma always brought out the cheese and crackers plate.
Yeah.
And there were all the mixes of different cheeses and stuff. And one that I surprised. One that I kind of surprisingly went to quite often was the mouldy cheese. I can't remember what it's called, blue cheese.
Oh, ooh. Yeah.
Like I don't know why, but I was just drawn to it. Like it were a weird taste, but
It's a texture thing for
Yeah.
me.
but it were a weird taste, but it were a nice taste. So I just sort of like really enjoyed that every so often.
I love a
Yeah.
cheese plate with some smoked cheese on it. Smoked cheese, smoked goat cheese and stuff. Oh, now we're talking about cheese. This is about cheese now. Okay.
Yes, it worked. Make you crave cheese. Oh god. All right. Cheese time.
Cheese time. Change the title of this show.
Yeah, cheese time. Right. Okay, guys. Well, we are going to end here because, like I said, I don't want it to go too long because I do want to be able to put it up onto YouTube because I think that's what I'm going to do my YouTube as, and just have all the different streamers and stuff. Eventually, I'm going to start doing like streaming tutorials for using stuff like Streamlabs and OBS and live streaming stuff eventually. But I'm in no rush for that right now. But I do want to say thank you all so much for being here today. Oh, you have a question. What question's that, Mr. Carby? Since you've been hiding in the thing. What question? Might as well get this one out of the way quickly. Let's got to wait for him to type it.
Anticipation.
Why are you folks so awesome? That is a good question.
No.
It's because we have such
There you go.
we have such amazing communities like you guys.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
Exactly. That's the correct answer.
It is, isn't it? Because we've got such awesome people like you supporting us and just being a part of us life. I must know. Oh god, but yeah, that's why, because you lot are absolutely awesome and you support us
It's all you
in
guys.
all this crazy stuff that we decide to do. But no,
True.
honestly, it's been absolutely fantastic. I'm
Yeah,
really
dude, thanks for
happy
having
with
me.
this.
Thanks everybody for your
Gosh.
questions.
And
For the cheese.
please. And for the next one, we are going to have an absolutely amazing person with us as well, who is another amazing person. We are going to have Dustin Arpit join us. Now, I'm not sure when we're going to be doing that. Thank you for that. I'm not sure exactly when that's going to be, but we are working it out. So, because it's a bit full this month, so we're probably going to try it in possibly either next month or the month after, but it depends on when it's available.
Looking forward to it.
So that's going to be fun. So we'll do the same again and get a bunch of questions for him and just have a fun time again. And I know Johnny's going to be coming here asking all sorts of crazy questions to Albert.
Oh yeah. It's my turn now.
My turn to ask the questions. All right. Thank you all so much, and thank you so much, Johnny, for joining us
guys.
today. I don't know why I'm
Thank
moving
you for
further
having
and further. I don't know why, but I do this every single time I'm streaming. Right, I'll be sat and I'll be facing camera, and eventually I'll just slowly make my way over to the side.
Yeah, I do that too.
And I'm like, wait a
I
second.
lean a lot.
You know. To the left, yep, to the left.
To
But
the
yeah,
left, to the
thank
left.
you all so much, guys. I absolutely appreciate being here. So what we're going to do is we're going to find somebody to raid. Don't know who yet. We'll see who's available, and we will. I will post this on YouTube, and then I'll post that in Discord to let people know that it's up for anybody that wants to watch it back. So thank you all so much for watching. So let's go find somebody, and then we will go from there. If there is anybody you want to suggest as well, Johnny, you're more than welcome to.
God, there's a lot of people on.
There is. That is.
I mean, we could raid Cass. I was talking about her. Duck,
Nice.
Poet, you know, the usuals. There's a bunch on.
Yeah.
Your pick.
What's Cass playing right now? Since we did mention.
And she's just
Cass.
yapping, I think, right now.
Is she just yapping? Is she?
She's got a hat and some glasses on, and she's yapping.
Right, so we will go across to /. I'm just doing this way rather than going through.
Your hair looks so good, by the way.
Oh, thank you. I know it's all tied up at the moment, but normally it goes down. Then.
No, it looks cool like that, though.
I like it tied up. I don't know why I prefer it tied up
That
sometimes.
looks good.
Read this. You know what it is? I'm just gonna cheat. I'm gonna scroll up here to find Cassie's name there. Look. I'm just gonna copy that. And then do that. And then this be the Cassidy. There we go. Get select. There we go. Oh, just go off. Oh. I hate when it does that. Apparently that's invalid username.
Here, I'll just put it into the chat, and you can copy it.
Thank you.
There you go.
That's exactly how I typed it. So I don't know. Suppose I put the @ sign there. /.
Yeah, you don't need the @
raid.
sign.
Must be the Cassidy. Let's have a look. There we
Ta-da.
go. Hey, it worked.
Cool.
But yeah, thank you all so much for watching, guys.
What's a raid message? What should we?
Well, normally I use my usual ones, but I think we'll do a special one today. We should do. I need to make sure that I get it all right. Oh, because I'm type it out. Right, that. There we go.
Thank you guys for all the questions. Thank you, Cakes, for having me. Yeah.
What do you think to that? If not, I know you're.
Johnny's questioning raid. Like, I like it with the hashtag. Perfect.
All right, so we'll do that, and then what I can do is just add it. Oh God.
Sounds like I'm questioning my sexuality, which would be crazy because I don't think there's any further way I can go with it, honestly. So
Oh,
I don't think I
goodness.
can get any fucking gayer. So
There you go, just
love it.
Do that simple like that. Now, that's only if you are a subscriber. If you're not a subscriber, you can just add your own emotes. So, totally fine.
Hell yeah.
Right, so let's do that and then copy. Make sure they pasted properly. Yeah, good. Perfect.
All right, there we go. Thanks, guys.
Thank you all so much,
Bye.
guys. Have a great day. Bye.
Bye.